I do love you. I love you. I love you. Ooh. No. I'm not a singer. My daughters can sing, but I can't sing. This is Jacqueline here with the Grow Program. And I just want to do this just a little follow up here because I noticed that. Oh yeah. Also, wait, before I get into that. I want to this I was touched this morning and by Mr. Keith Sabu Crier. And he put the song on my head, I Do Love You. And I realized that I hadn't told you in a while because I'm working on the movement part. So I got to come back into the overall part, just to let you know that I'm spreading love all over the world. No matter where you are, I'm reaching you and I'm touching you with light. I'm touching you, touching all over, shedding some light over your circumstances, and meditating to the ancestors, to the beloved ancestors, as I have disconnected from this world. I truly have, because my soul cries for what's going on with my people. And I'm working on that. And I feel, as my voice is reaching out everywhere, I'm touching everywhere. I'm touching all over the world, the whole world. I'm rotating like the sun, and I just want to shed some light on each one of your situations, everyone, as you going through. And I want you to know that you are not alone. I want you to know that I love you. I want you to know that I done been where you at. I done been under oppression, and we are going to rise. We are going to reach our greatness in God. You know, um, I think on a lot of the legends before, a lot of the legends who actually rose but still didn't have, that peace and that joy and that happiness within. Because it's important to have the light of God within you first before because what for a man to gain the world than to lose his soul? You know, reach God, reach out for God, and you have to do so with a forgiving heart. You got to be able to forgive. Just like I told you about the birds. The bird, you watch the group of birds together, they bigger a little bit, but then they fly off together. We got to be like the birds. We may bigger a little bit, but we got to fly off together in love. We got to stop this killing. This killing got to end, because we got a spirit world. We got the answer to, it ain't they go and rest off and go sleep, and then they go into a lake of fire. It's not like that. It's a spirit world that everybody is judged by their heart, and what you have done on this earth is real, and it's time for us to do better. It's time for us to do better by one another. I can tell you, living in that haunted house, seeing, when I saw the woman manifest in my face, it was, I couldn't believe that I was actually seeing it, really. And, I just kind of brushed it off a little bit because I'm like, that can't be real, but it was. And the spirit was there. It's a demonic spirit. I don't know if any of you, what your experiences are with haunted houses or different things like that, but I'm gonna tell you this. While there's demonic spirits, there's also godly spirits. Because as we over there and I'm over there dealing with them demons, it's over there, and this one night it's thundering and lightning. And my daughter upstairs, I'm downstairs, and I just felt something getting ready to happen. I felt it. It's thundering and lightning like in the movies. That kind of thundering and lightning. And of course, it happened. The lights went out, and I said, oh my God. I started praying because I knew I was getting ready to fly into a panic. My daughter started screaming upstairs. I started praying. Start praying to the Lord. And before I could start getting up, The lights can't pop back on. And come to find out the next day, the neighbor told me that everybody's lights on the block stayed out for hours except ours. Ours came back on. I praise God for that. I am so thankful. I'm going to tell you something. Our beloved ancestors are fiercely protective over us, but we got to fix our heart. We got to change ourselves. See, they'll manifest beautiful things in our life. Cause look, it's something beautiful. The Grow program came out of some evil. I'm in the midst of dealing with demons, coming up out of oppression. Learning how to overcome. You can't let nothing control you. Don't even let food control you. You dictate when you ready to eat. Don't go and just think you gotta just consume yourself with food. See, I eat small meals through the day. I eat about 3 or 4 little small meals during the day, but I also work, so I'm consumed with the movement. So there and plus I needed to lose some weight anyway, so I may fast for a day or two. Just go without eating and drinking. Drinking fluids. And just thinking and meditating and cleansing myself. Just I don't want nothing controlling me. I don't want food, anything controlling me as it used to. I used to allow things to control me like that, and including other people. And we can get so caught up in someone else's mission. Like the pastor, what the pastor want us to do, what the pastor need us over here today. And the pastor need us, they could be anybody, but you got to find your God-given purpose. Because your God-given purpose is not to run up after the pastor or the evangelist or whoever, and these folks get all caught up in these titles. These titles don't mean nothing. When you get to the spirit world, they ain't gonna ask you what was your title and go over here. What was your title? Go over there. And the denomination don't matter. They ain't got different departments for Protestants, Baptists, Catholics. They ain't got that. It ain't like that. And I know, because I've been in touch with the spirit world. All my questions have been answered. I know everything, honey. I know it all. I know what's gonna happen, what's coming to pass. I know what's getting ready to happen for the African people. I know that we are getting ready to come up. We are getting ready to rise up. It's spirituality. And African spirituality is real. The things that are manifesting right now and coming to pass, that is what's been foretold, but we are going to rise above this oppression. That's also foretold. You are the last passengers of the Underground Railroad. That's been foretold. We are going to come out with substance. That's been foretold, and we are not inferior to no one. That is definitely true and scientifically proven. So the white supremacy thing is a myth. That's why they lost their mind and was crawling all over the walls in the Capitol building, because they just went in there and lost their mind. I ain't never seen nothing like it in my life. And just like they said, the man walking through the rotunda with the Confederate flag, the enemy didn't even get to do that. They didn't even get to get within feet of that Capitol building, but he did with a Confederate flag, and walk through there. But you know what? He getting ready to pay for it, honey. He getting ready to pay for that dearly, very dearly. See, when he in there, he gonna be quiet. He ain't gonna run no Confederate flag where he at. No, he's not gonna do that. Mr. Merrick Garland, he's already stated what he's getting ready to do. He's getting ready to find every single one of them and prosecute them. The evil, I'm telling you something. While the evil is doing, God is doing. Because that whole situation turned around. Because while Merrick Garland was denied that Supreme Court seat, God turned that situation around where here he is, Attorney General, getting ready to really root the evil out, Mitch McConnell. So watch out. Look at God. Just look at God. We've been dealing with all this mess, but it's getting ready to be better. Just like the sun is rising. It's going to steady rise. No matter if the clouds come across it or not, it's going to keep moving. The clouds can try to block it if they want to, but the sun is going to steady rise, and you're going to feel the light of it. You are. You're going to feel it. You're going to feel the light of it, and you're going to be able to move and break free of the frozen ice that we've been up under for the past 400 years. Because I've been feeling that warmth now for a long time. And now we all going to feel it. Greatness reached over oppression through wisdom all over the world. I love you. God bless you. And the beloved ancestors keep you.